It's Debbie and you're at your home, your happy place. I'm so happy to have you here today. Today I'm in the sitting room, and if you don't have a sitting room, you could do this in a den, in an office, in a family room. Some of it could be done in your bedroom, whatever. I always want to tell you that because I think sometimes people are like, oh, I don't have that room in my house, so I don't really want to watch that. But in every room I do, I'm usually doing some shelf styling. I'm doing some small vignettes on tables or around sinks. And a lot of times I'm doing some wall decor. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I will step aside to show you I did it. I hung the picture. I brought my little seascape back in that I loved. And all I could do was think about the day that I put that up there or held it up there and how I loved it. So that's where we're starting. That's my inspiration. So this picture is gorgeous. I'm showing you the frame right now and the matting. And maybe, you know, the weird thing is, and I said this to you guys before, when we were moving in here, we had a lot of this stuff in the garage, and at least two, and this was one of them, another is another one of my favorites, appeared to be damaged because of, I guess, the weather changes in the garage. And this one was, I don't know, there were wrinkles in it or something, but we've had it in the house for a year now. And it appears to have gotten it's healed itself. So this is just a tip. If you ever have had something in storage and it's a canvas or even not, I don't think the other one was, and it comes out looking bad, before you spend the money to have it restretched, because I considered that, just leave it in your house. If you've got the time, leave it in your house at the temperature, and it may just correct itself. And this one did. I adore this painting. This is a canvas, and you know, you can touch and feel the paint strokes on it. It's gorgeous. Remember, my bedroom is blue and pink right now. So that's one of the reasons I really was interested in using this, because you can see a very predominant blue, and then in the bottom of it are a lot of shades of pink. And that's what I'm going to do in here. So we're going to be doing the chase and this area in blue for Easter. For spring, it may change. I don't know. But let me start with what I usually start with, which is throws and pillows on my two chases. Before we get any further along, people always ask me about my clothes. This one is a very old dress. It's a maxi. It's got a split on one side down at the bottom from Chico's. And I mean, we're talking probably 10 years old. I don't even know if cold shoulder is in anymore. It doesn't matter. I love the dress. It's knit. It's so comfortable. And I have it in another color. I just don't know where that one is right now. And then this, gosh, this brand, I believe this is 100 Stars. Not something I can afford very often. I got it on sale at a boutique. And it is, it's just the prettiest thing. I can't even. So once a year, I try to buy something from their line because I can't afford it very often. And I found it, so it wasn't at the boutique in Branson anymore, but I found it on Monsoon, because I had a little top on a few videos ago that was pink and lime green, and somebody asked me where I got it. It was monsoon.com out of London. They must have a location in the United States because they sent it very quickly. So anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that. All this gorgeous jewelry was Chico's. I worked there for think only a year and a half, but I love their stuff. So, all right, back to work. I showed these probably right after Christmas in a haul. This was my inspiration that I really thought I was headed for in my lower level, not the lower level, but on my main floor in my family room until the pink. I put those little pillows out with green and pink, and I just couldn't go back. I fell in love with it, and I thought, well, what am I going to do with this? Because I had a vision for this. I really did. So these are from TJ Maxx. They were anywhere from $20 to $25 and no more. And I love them. Most of the time I get furry things. I love this little cable knit. I had originally bought some solid blue pillows, and then I have another pattern, which I can show you. Hold on. I buy all these pillow covers at Amazon. So this is what was going to go downstairs, and this will be gorgeous up here, but this will be spring. So that's how things are changing. They'll just be really small changes. I'm not changing full color stories. Anyway, 2 pillows on one of these is too much. I tried it. It was just too much. So I ended up with a couple of solid blue pillows. I don't know what I'm going to do with, but I believe I got to show you these. Maybe they were in the package. Maybe, I know they weren't stuffed because I just stuffed them. So I got these on Amazon, printed on both sides. These have almost like a microfiber feel to them. They're very soft. I love the hair. This is probably not a bunny, but a hare, right? Somebody will tell me. You guys know everything. Almost a purplish blue along with this blue. But I think that looks so good. And I'll do a close-up after we're done with the table. I was trying to, okay, here's the problem we're going to encounter. I was trying to deal with the coastal on this side of the room. And I tried some pictures I bought. I tried some wood. I've got 2 of these, and then I got 2 square ones, and there were 4 things over here. Nothing worked. But before I put all of this away, I thought, you know what? I'm going to put this on top of my table. It's just a little different texture, and I just thought it really makes it more interesting because I'm having very little on here. I don't know that it's going to be in the center because of what else is going. So I got it. Be right back. And so, I mean, I was down in my storage. I've had this for probably, I don't know, 13 years. I was down in my storage and I'm like, oh my goodness, that is going to look amazing in here. So it is. And we shall do it. You really, oh. I love it. I love it. I know you're distanced, but you can still see it. Now I'm just going to add a couple small items and this whole wall will be done. So I'm bringing in just a tad of pink. These are my little pink coasters. Now they come with white as well, white and gold and pink and gold in the little set. I don't remember if it was 4 or 6. I'll link them below. And then this little guy, price tag's still on, got at Marshall's who knows how many years ago. I love him. In this corner, if you recall, in our bedroom, we had removed this table, which we bought specifically for under the window in our bedroom, and we replaced it with a table that I already owned for years from our vacation home. And I had nothing actually over here. So I was able to use it here successfully. I'm just going to work on a little something to take off the hard edges here. So this phonograph does tapes and CDs, it records, you can, I don't know, of course it does a phonograph, it has radio, it does so much. This cassette, there was about, I think 3 or 4 of them in the set. This is what they used to play at the little lodge, English lodge we would go to in the Smoky Mountains years ago. And it was great, relaxing, classical music. And I find it a really great background music for reading. I got this last year at Michael's. I don't know if they had this in there. I mean, obviously I bought it separate, but maybe they had styled it that way. Because it didn't come with a top. The teapot did not come with a top. So they totally meant for you to put a bouquet in here. So I'm going to put this over here, bringing the pink in. And one of the Woodwick candles that I often buy at Walmart, but you can also get them online. They're, oh my goodness. I'm not a fan of how they burn because they make so much noise. And I've never used one of those lights that makes the scent come out. But if you just take the top off, it fragrances your room regardless. So this one's called Melon Blossom, but I picked it because of the beautiful pinky coral that it is. And if you saw my laundry room, you saw that I bought a little set of these, which was probably 8, and I have just dispersed them throughout the house because they really didn't look great together, not where I was going to put them. So I'm just finding that they're just, I mean, it was a little inexpensive decor item that has gone the longest way. So right now that could just be spring. And now I'm going to turn it into Easter. That's all I'm doing there. And I'll give you a close-up when I'm done with the bookcase. When I started decorating this, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to put in here. I'm just bored with what I had in there for so long. And I don't know, except for 2 things. Everything else in here's new, maybe. So, not new, but never been in this case before. So these are Uttermost. I've shown them in other places in the house before. In fact, I feel like I have 2 sets of them. And I found them on Amazon the last time I was linking. So I will link them. I don't recall if they were expensive. Uttermost can be very expensive, but they're really beautiful pieces and substantial. I'm bringing a softer touch over here, combining the blue and just a little bit of pink, but it's not as saturated as it is on that side of the room. I'm going to put 2, well, I don't know if they'd call it a coffee table book or not. This one is At Home in the Water, On the Water. It is a picture book. I love some of the pictures in it. I love the cover, especially. And same thing with this one. I don't really care much for the inside of this book, but it's Create Your Own Kind of Cozy by the Cozy White Cottage. So I just thought it was pretty. I like that it's eye level when I put it up here. and I needed something to hold something else in its place. This is a tray. I think I've probably had it out before, but maybe not. Who knows how long I've had it? Probably about 8 to 10 years. It's very French country, and you know I love my birds. So I do think I have this in there a lot. It's just a nice size. I want a little greenery up here. I wanted a little bit more of something in the back. So I'm just adding that for a little backdrop. And I picked this guy up. I feel like I got him at Hobby Lobby. You know why I picked him up? I thought he was a little chinoiserie, but he looks good with his pillows in here. So, and I just needed the smallest of items to kind of go up in the center of that wreath and finish that off quietly. I'll show that. I'll show you a close-up of all of this at the end. Okay, second shelf. I purchased this. It was in one of my hauls. I also have a pink one, which is also going to be in this room. I purchased these to go on either side of this cabinet so I could remove my coastal. And they just were not substantial enough. I tried them with the little wooden ring or the wooden squares that I showed you on the little table, and it just didn't work out. But they're small enough that I can use them in here. So I like being able to have things go up on the back of this and not just everything kind of low. Had these for a very long time. I want to say they might be uttermost. I forgot what it's called. Uttermost. They might be uttermost, but I don't remember. These are new. And I don't know that I showed them in a haul. So bookends, a little page turn on the book there with the little rabbits. I did get these on Amazon, and they have about 3 different kinds where, oh, and you can get them in white. You don't have to get them in the bronzy gold that I got them in, but they've got some where they're holding the book up or whatever. I just thought these were the cutest, so. As you know, I've always kept devotion books in here, but changed it up. It's still Christian books. I used to devour Christian nonfiction. Some of these are old. Like, I don't know how old, but Pursuing the Will of God by Jack Hayford. And do I have something else of his? Yeah, Equake. I don't really remember that one. The Magnificent Obsession by Anne Graham Lotz, and Undercover by John Bevere. I have a new one in here I have not read, Living Amazed, How Divine Encounters Can Change Your Life. I mean, I've had my life changed by divine encounters. And one day I'm going to share that with you on one of those third day videos. Anyway. Since I love to read in here, I decided to put some books that, one, are new, or two, I haven't read in years in here, and just have this be this beautifully serene place where I can pray and I can read the Bible or do my devotions, or read some of my books that, You know, you forget over the years, and you're a different person. I mean, as you get older, you see things differently. You don't have the same pressures on your life. I am not the same gal I was when my kids were in the house with me. I'm much more laid back. So I want to get into some of those books. So this, am I done? I think I'm done with this. If I'm not, we'll come back to it, but I'm pretty sure I am. It's, again, I feel like I'm calling it quiet, but it is. It's quiet. It's just what I want. The last shelf down here. So far I really don't see any pink in there. So I'm bringing this in. I really don't even know what these are supposed to be. Maybe peonies? I did go shopping yesterday. I went into a little place called, see, I'm going to get it wrong. Is it on here? Oh, yeah, maybe it is. No, it's not. Okay, I went into a little shop. It's a place where it's called Bluebird or something in Ozark. I fell in love with it, so I decided to buy it. It's just this little Easter blessings bunny. There's some French print that's hard to see in the background. And in fact, that little stamp up there is exactly the same thing that's going on in my 4 pictures on the sides. Okay, I'm just going to give a real quick tutorial on what not to do. Do not put something like that in the center, then bring something tall like that and put it in the center. See how it's offset just a little? And then put something like that in and have a big old line going down. That would not look good. It's just a little tip. So I've strategically and purposefully made it not, and I'm not going to do, you know, oh, 3 things. You know, I'm going to try and shake it up and make it a little bit different on each level. I've had this in here, I know. This is like a doorstop. It's cast iron, but I love the look of it, and I'm just gonna set it in here as a interesting piece. There. And I always have a piece of coral in here. So today will be no different. I want some more texture, but I don't want anything heavy. Like I could use some rattan or wicker and bring some of the darkness down. It's kind of interesting as I look at this. This level on this one is very light. This one's very dark, and this one's kind of in the middle. And then I was messing around down in my dining room. I thought this was going to be on my dining room, but you know, whatever you're working on is where your pieces are going to go. So I grabbed this. I have 2 of them. And I tried 2 of them down here. It was just too much. These are from Walmart. I ordered mine online because my Walmart never did get them. And I don't really remember what they were price-wise, but they were very inexpensive and they were adorable. No, I want him in there. Just like that. Okay. I've got one thing for up above, and then we'll do a close-up of the whole thing. I'm not doing much up here at all, and he really isn't, what I'm putting up here isn't going to show up that much, but it's one of my favorite pieces. It's all metal. So it's this metal leaping rabbit. The blue ribbon came with it, and he's on a stand. This goes down on the other side. So I have a little riser that I'm setting him on so that he gets the proper height he needs. So I know he doesn't show up tons, but he's enough because I have a lot going on below. So let's go ahead and have a close-up. As I was filming this for you, I just realized this flower here is the exact same flower that is in there. And that, close up, you see that that's actually, there's blue in there. So I really wasn't even aware of that. Next to the bookcase, I always have had this little vase, and actually I think last year I might have traded it out for a white one, but I didn't do that this year. And I think last year I might have just had the pink in and took the silver branches out. But this year I just I wanted the fullness, and I just weaved it all together. And then we have the same set, not the same exact pictures over here. Friends, I had to interrupt this broadcast to tell you that I went too long. When I got done and I started editing, I downloaded all the film. I was over an hour, and while I removed a lot of my chattiness, I really do like to keep in things I'm telling you, tips, etc. So it was a natural breaking point to stop here. And I will bring you the other half of the room, which is more shelf styling, and it's pretty. I'm going to just tell you, I'm in love with it. So don't think you saw the best part yet. I hope to bring that to you tomorrow. If not, it'll be Monday, and then we'll be back to our Tuesday, Thursday schedule next week. Next week, I'm not real sure what we're doing. You know what I've got left. I've got a front porch, I've got a dining room, and I have the other half of the kitchen. And that's not even going through some other things. And Easter's going to be here before I know it. I mean, what is today? The 7th? Yes, of March. So, and I did film this yesterday. I just decided to put the same clothes on, so I kept a little continuity here. All right. Don't forget to give me a like. I really appreciate it. It really helps my channel get to more people. If you're new and you're not subscribed, press the subscribe button and you'll be back to see me again. It's free. And if you can share it, Instagram, Pinterest, anything. I love hearing your comments. I think I've got one more thing besides my links. Okay, I'm gonna link everything. There's a lot of product in this area, this whole sitting room. It's gonna take me quite a bit of time to link everything. I may only get this part linked today, but if I have time, I'm gonna go ahead and link the stuff you haven't seen yet. And so you can always shop those links below in the description box. They're not always in my Amazon shop yet, because I haven't added them. So I'll try to do that too. But I appreciate you guys. A shout out to Lucy, who went shopping through my links and bought her little vintage bunny blocks. And you guys, she sent me an email. So my email, I think it's on there, but if it's not, my email is yourhomeyourhappyplace@gmail.com. And so she sent me pictures of how she used them in her home. So I got to see her decor. And, you know, I don't know why I never thought of that, because sometimes people will say, oh, I did this and I did that. And I'm like, I wish I could see it. So take a picture and send it to me. I love it. Maybe one day I'll, with your permission, use some of your pictures and say, this is what some of our viewers have been doing. If you'd like to do that, let me know. Okay, so shop my links. I really appreciate it. I do earn a commission. It isn't a lot, but it adds up the more people that do it. And since this is my job and we're retired, I really appreciate it. Okay, now do I get closer? I don't know. For the very first video I ever put out, it's terrible, but it says my daughter does my makeup. It was probably 7 years ago. And the makeup was Synergence. And so since then, that's so long ago, I have still been using their lip products. I want to show you basically, if you've never heard of them, this is Lip Sense. You might have heard of Lip Sense. So they come like this. and that's the lip stain or lipstick. And then there's glosses, and you just do this. And you put little 3 coats. These last forever, you guys. I'm still wearing stuff from when I first bought it, but I bought a lot because, you know, a new color palette would come out and I'm like, oh, I gotta have that. So she wasn't selling it anymore. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna be running out. So I decided to become a distributor, and it's really for me, but you know what? They've given me a website with the product on it, and you can shop it. If they've given me a code, I don't know if they have, that gives you a discount because I'm new, I'll pass that on in the links as well. I would get whatever you want. I have to order it, that it comes to me and I ship it to you. So it's a little longer process in case you're, you know, so used to Amazon Prime like I am. But I've never found anything else I like better. I've tried other things. They say they'll last all day. They don't. They don't. At least not for me. So anyway, this is just a sampling of something I've had for years because I haven't gotten my kit yet. But if you're interested, I will be linking that below all the time. And, you know, no one's ever asked me, oh, what lipstick are you wearing? So you may not be interested at all. But it doesn't end up on a cup or a glass, and I really appreciate that too. Okay, guys, I'll see you really soon. Make your home your happy place. Bye.